Hello there and welcome to Words with Ro. Well, I'm going to start today with some very good news. My channel is finally monetized. So if you have a look somewhere down there, you'll see a button and that button is for thanks. So if at any point you're watching my content, you really enjoy it, you come back a number of times, please feel free to show your love and appreciation. And believe me, no matter how small, it is largely appreciated. Also, this weekend, I hit 100,000 views, which is kind of amazing. In the great scheme of YouTube, that sounds very small, but for me, everybody in every job, no matter what walk of life, you need to know that you're heading in the right direction and reach some sort of goal. So it's a start and I'm really excited. Today, I'm just going to do a few light-hearted poems for you. I was thinking, last week being Valentine's Day, I did a lot of love poems and the content was quite heavy and there were heavy emotions. And I thought, you know what? I'm just going to do some light poems for today. I'm going to be reading from a poem for every day of the year. So this is a collection. There's a whole series in these collections. I'm going to leave some links down below as well because I have an Amazon partnership. So if you buy it through them, I get a little kickback. Tiny. We're not talking politician level here. Yeah, they're a wonderful series of books. And as the title states, poem for every day of the year. So there's quite a lot of poems in there. But today, again, I'm just reading a few little lighthearted ones just to start off your week, just to say hello to everyone and actually say thank you to everyone who's been supporting me. I had a look at all my analytics and data last night and I have viewers all over the world. I have people watching me from United Arab Emirates and Saudi Arabia. I really want to go to Saudi Arabia. I've never been to Dubai either. So if you want to send me an invitation, please do. But anyway, it just fascinates me to know that people from all over the world are watching. And just to you followers, in those far-flung places in the world, please know that you can send me a poem request in your original language and I will track down a translation and I will read it for you. It's my absolute pleasure. So you're very welcome and I hope you come back again and again and again. I'm trying new strategies as always to make it interesting. I still have so far to go in terms of learning how to improve the algorithms, reaction to the channel and bring new people in, and I need to learn a lot of new programs. There's so many things that I want to do that it's sometimes very frustrating when you have a vision and you need to just take it in baby steps. But we'll get there and we will get there with your support. So again, thank you for tuning in. So without further delay, we're going to be reading from this book. I hope you enjoy. I will say a little hello, goodbye again at the end. And just sit back, relax, and I might do a few little introductions to the poems if there's anything that I think you might be interested in. And I think the running time of this video should be about 30 minutes altogether. Well, you probably can see that on the timeline anyway. So I'm just stating the obvious. All right, thanks so much and we'll see you later. Our first poem today is from Winnie the Pooh, and it's written by Winnie the Pooh himself, A.A. Milne. On a Monday, when the sun is hot, I wonder to myself a lot. Now, is it true or is it not? That what is which and which is what? On Tuesday, when it hails and snows, the feeling on me grows and grows, that hardly anybody knows if those are these and these are those. On Wednesday, when the sky is blue and I have nothing else to do, I sometimes wonder if it's true that who is what and what is who. On Thursday, when it starts to freeze and hoar-frost twinkles on the trees, how very readily one sees that these are whose, but whose are these? On Friday. And that's the end, because Pooh is interrupted by Kanga. So that was taken from Winnie the Pooh by A. Milne. Our next poem, one second, la la la, is by Elizabeth Bishop, and it's a letter to New York. So the word epistolary means a kind of literature formed of letters or a letter, like this poem by Elizabeth Bishop. It is an ancient literary technique appearing in the poetry of Ovid, making up some of the books of the Bible, epistles, and forming the narrative framework for novels including Frankenstein and Dracula. Next time you need to write a letter or to message a friend, why not try writing a poem instead? So again, this is Letter to New York, or actually it's called Letter to NY by Elizabeth Bishop. In your next letter, I wish you'd say where you are going and what you are doing. How are the plays, and after the plays, what other pleasures are you pursuing? Taking cabs in the middle of the night, driving as if to save your soul, where the road goes round and round the park, and the meter glares like a moral owl, and the trees look so queer and green, standing alone in big black caves, and suddenly you're in a different place where everything seems to happen in waves. And most of the jokes you just can't catch, like dirty words rubbed off a slate. And the songs are loud but somehow dim, and it gets so terribly late. And coming out of the brownstone house to the grey sidewalk, the watered street, one side of the building rises with the sun like a glistening field of wheat. Wheat, not oats, dear, I'm afraid. If it's wheat, it's none of your sowing. Nevertheless, I'd like to know, what are you doing and where are you going? Elizabeth Bishop. I have all these stickers, marking the poems, and sometimes when I get to them, I have to figure out which side of the page it was that I wanted to mark. The Midnight Skaters. I really enjoyed this poem, and it's by Roger McGough. I'm nearly sure that's an Irish name, but I actually don't know how to pronounce it. Oh, maybe it's McGough. Yeah, it's McGough. You can let me know how to pronounce it in the comment section. Alrighty, so it is midnight in the ice rink. It's all cool and still. Darkness seems to hold its breath. Nothing moves until out of the kitchen, one by one, the cutlery comes creeping, quiet as mice, to the brink of the ice, while all the world is sleeping. Then suddenly, a serving spoon switches on the light, and the silver swoops upon the ice, screaming with delight. The knives are high-speed skaters, round and round they race, blades hissing and sissing, whizzing at a dizzy pace. Forks twirl like dancers, pirouetting on the spot. Teaspoons, who take no chances, hold hands and giggle a lot. All night long, the fun goes on until the sun, their friend, gives the warning signal that all good things must end. So they slink back to the darkness of the kitchen cutlery drawer and steel themselves to wait until it's time to skate once more. At 8, the canteen ladies breeze in as good as gold to lay the tables and wonder, why is the cutlery so cold? Oh, that's lovely. Ah, Mr. Cole Porter. They did a movie, I think it's about 15 years ago. Kevin Kline was the lead actor and Ashley Judd, the lead actress. It was called The Lovely. Oh my goodness, I love that movie so much. And we don't realize how many Cole Porter songs we all know. Of course, Frank Sinatra made a lot of them famous. For instance, I've Got You Under My Skin, but he was a brilliant lyricist. Anyway, oh, this is actually a song. It's not a poem, but they've written it. I'm going to say it. I'm going to speak it as a poem. And it's called Friendship by Cole Porter. And by the way, he used to write these poems just off the cuff. He was so amazing. If you're ever in a jam, here I am. If you're ever in a mess, SOS. If you ever feel so happy you land in jail, I'm your bail. It's friendship, just a perfect friendship. When other friendships have been forgot, ours will still be hot. If you're ever up a tree, phone to me. If you're ever down a well, ring my bell. If you ever lost your teeth and you're out to dine, borrow mine. It's friendship, just perfect friendship. When other friendships have been forgot, ours will still be great. It's friendship, just a perfect blendship. When other friendships have been forgot, ours will still be it. That is so cute. You can send that one to a friend as well. Okie dokie. Oh, this is a change of tone. So this is by Tolkien, and it's from the Fellowship of the Ring, which is the first in the Lord of Rings trilogy. And it goes, all that's gold does not glitter. Not all who wander are lost. The old that is strong does not wither. Deep roots are not reached by the frost. From the ashes a fire shall be woken. A light from the shadows shall spring. Renewed shall be the blade that was broken. The crownless again shall be king. So that again was from the Fellowship of the Ring. Actually, I totally lied. I've got another love poem, but it's a love poem with a difference. It's a little playful love poem, and you'll see why. It's called Let Us Marry. Do you carrot all for me? My heart beats for you, with your turnip nose and your radish face. You are a peach. If we cantaloupe, let us marry. We'd make a swell pair. And that's written by Anon, whoever he is. Okay, let's go. This next poem is by Scottish poet Charles MacKay, and it's called Summing Up, and it's dry, sarcastic wit. I have lived and I have loved. I have waked and I have slept. I have sung and I have danced. I have smiled and I have wept. I have won and wasted treasure. I have had my fill of pleasure. And all these things were weariness, and some of them were dreariness. And all these things, but two things, were emptiness and pain. And love, it was the best of them, and sleep worth all the rest of them. I love my sleep, I'll have you know. Okay, but I'm terrible for staying up at night. Our next poem is called The Poetry Grand National, and it's by Roger Stevens. And I don't think there's an Irish person out there in the universe who hasn't been to a horse race. I've been to the Grand National a few times. Actually, funny story. I gave my number to a jockey who won the Grand National, thinking that we would be friends. Well, that was a mistake. I think that was the first time I actually officially blocked someone. I literally had given them my number, and within an hour, I had like 20 missed calls. Anyway, let's not make it about me. The Poetry Grand National by Roger Stevens. The poems line up. They're under starter's orders. They're off. Adverb leaps gracefully over the first fence, followed by adjective, a sleek Palomino poem. Simile is overtaking on the outside like a pebble skimming in the water. Halfway around the chorus, and hyperbole is gaining on the leaders, travelling at 1,000,000 miles per hour. Adverb strides smoothly into place. Haiku had good odds, but it's far behind and falls. At last, syllable. As they flash past the winning post, the crowd is cheering, and the winner is Metaphor, who takes a bow. So that was our Grand National poem by Roger Stevens. Okay, moving on. The next poem is a Warning by Jenny Joseph. I actually read this poem before on the channel. It has its own video. One of those first poems where I was doing the closed captions and I didn't know that when they were on a bigger screen, how big they would look. And some of them look really silly, but you know, you have to be imperfect when you start. You get better as you go along. Okay, so Warning by Jenny Joseph. Excuse me. When I am an old woman, I shall wear purple, with a red hat that doesn't go and doesn't suit me. And I shall spend my pension on brandy and summer gloves and satin sandals, and say we have no money for butter. I shall sit down on the pavement when I am tired, and gobble up samples in shops, and press alarm bells, and run my stick along the railings, and make up for the sobriety of my youth. And I shall go out in my slippers in the rain and pick flowers in other people's gardens and learn to spit. You can wear terrible shirts and grow more fat and eat 3 pounds of sausages at a go, are only bread and pickle for a week, and hoard pens and pencils and beer mats and things in boxes. But now we must have clothes that keep us dry and pay our rent and not swear in the street and set a good example for the children. And we must have friends to dinner and read the papers. But maybe I ought to practice a little now, so people who know me are not too shocked and surprised when suddenly I am old and start to wear purple. Our next poem is called Full Moon, and it actually feels full of expectation. It's by Vita, Vita, Vita Sackville-West, and she was part of the literary Bloomsbury set that used to hang around in London in the 1900s, early 1900s. So that set would have included Virginia Woolf as well. But they were quite notorious, shall we say. Anyway, Full Moon by Vita, Sackville-West. She was wearing coral taffeta trousers. Someone had brought her from Isfahan, and the little gold coat with pomegranate blossoms and the coral hafted feather fan. But she ran down a Kentish lane in the moonlight and skipped in a pool of moon as she ran. She cared not a rap for the big planets, for Betelgeuse or Aldebaran. And all the big planets cared nothing for her, that small, impertinent charlatan. But she climbed on a Kentish stile in the moonlight and laughed at the sky through the sticks of her fan. Oh, here we have a poem by Emily Dickinson. And I don't think, have I done an Emily Dickinson poem before? Actually, maybe I have. I've done lots of writers at this stage. It's called Be, I'm Expecting You. And there's a tiny introduction here in the book. I'll read that as well. So Emily Dickinson, Dickinson's many short verses make use of a vast range of forms and perspectives. And this little poem acts as a letter between two unexpected correspondents, wittingly bringing the category of nature poetry into the world of human behaviour. B, I've been expecting you. Was saying yesterday to somebody, you know, that you were due. The frogs got home last week, are settled and at work. Birds, mostly back. The clover, warm and thick. You'll get my letter by the 17th. Reply, or better, be with me. Yours, Fly. Oh, this is a wonderful poem. It's called Prologue, and it's by Patience Agbabi. And both of Patience's parents are she's of Nigerian descent, but she grew up in London, and she definitely has a way with words. So it's called Prologue. Here we go. Give me a word, any word. Let it roll across your tongue like a dolly mixture. Open your lips, say it loud. Let each syllable vibrate like a translator. Say it again, 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 till it's a tongue twister, till its meaning is in tatters, till its meaning equals sound. Now write it down, letter by letter. Loops the loop, till you form a structure. Do it again, 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 till it's a word picture. Does this inspire? Is your consciousness on fire? Then let me take you higher. Give me a noun, give me a verb. And I'm in motion 'cause I'm on a mission to deliver information. So let me take you to the 5th dimension. No fee, it's free. You only gotta pay attention. So sit back, relax. Let me take you back to when you learned to walk, talk, learned coordination and communication. Mama, Dada. If you rub 2 words together, you get friction. Cut them in half, you get a fraction. If you join 2 words, you get multiplication. My school of mathematics equals verbal acrobatics. So let's make a conversation. Give me a preposition. Give me an interjection. Give me inspiration. In the beginning was creation. I'm not scared of revelations, 'cause I've done my calculations. I've got high hopes on the tight rope. I just keep talking. I got more skills than I got melanin. I'm fired by adrenaline. If you want to know what rhyme is, it's feminine, 'cause I'm Eve on an Apple Mac. This is a rap attack. So rich in onomatopoeia, I'll take you higher than the ozone layer. So give me word for Windows, give me the W 3 times, 'cause I'm on a mission to deliver information that is gravity defying, and I'll keep on trying till you lose your fear of flying. Give me pronoun, give me a verb. I'm living in syntax. You only need 2 words to form a sentence. I am, I am, I am, I am. Bicultural and sometimes clinical. My mother fed me rhymes through the umbilical. I was born waxing lyrical. I was raised on watch and mother, the rhyme of ancient mariner, and fight the power. Now I have the perfect tutor in my postmodern suitor. I'm in love with me computer, but let me shut down before I touch down. Give me a word, give me a big word. Let it manifest, express in excess the mix of my voice box. Now I've eaten the apple. I'm more subtle than a snake is. I want to do poetic things in poetic places. Give me poetry unplugged so I can counter silence. Give me my poetic license, and I'll give you metaphors that top eclipses. I'll give you megabytes and mega mixes. Give me a stage and I'll cut from it. Give me a page and I'll perform on it. Give me a word, any word. So that's it for tonight, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for listening to the end. I hope you enjoyed that lighthearted selection. I just figured today when I got up, you know what, let's just make it easy and light and fun. So I hope you enjoy the selection. Let me know in the comment section if you had a favorite. Let me know in the comment section if you have a poem request. It makes my life so much easier to get requests, and no request is too big or too small. I think that's it for tonight, folks. You're probably not going to see me for a few days. I'm in so much trouble because I have so many auditions to do and I keep on leaving them until the last minute. I have this personality where I need to work under pressure. So I have some deadlines for Wednesday, so I really need to get those done. I will be posting in the meantime, so you will hear my voice and you will get some wonderful poems. So keep an eye out. If you subscribe, just by pressing the bell button down below every time I post a poem, you'll be notified. That's it for tonight. Have a beautiful rest of your week and we'll see you early next week. Lots of love. Bye.